Hi guys, it's been a long time since I filmed a tutorial, but I'm back. I decided to redo the, well, it was an 80s inspired look, but everybody seemed to think that it was very, what's her name? Lisa Frank inspired. I personally don't remember Lisa Frank being a thing in South Africa when I was a kid, but someone told me that Lisa Frank was in South Africa. But anyway, so I'm just going to be doing that look. I kind of went purple crazy compared to the first time I did the look on this side, so yeah. So lately I've been doing this trick where I take either the bleached one of the Kat Von D brow pomade, the super brow pomade, or the white one. I prefer using the bleach one because I don't want to waste the white one, because it's really good for white eyeliner. But I've been using it with my Rumour Base as a primer, sometimes for very colorful looks so that they really pop, and it also stays on very well, which actually it can make it a little bit difficult to get off. I do recommend using oil if you want to try this, or I've heard that Makeup Revolution now came out with, because if you don't support Kat Von D, you know, well, like, they sent them to me, these brow pomades, and it was like before the whole drama thing. But yeah, I've never bought like any of her products or whatnot. But anyway, so if you would prefer to use from, you know, the same sort of thing but from somebody else, I've heard that Makeup Revolution just released dupes to these. So I think they have a bleached version or maybe a white version, but I don't know if you can use them as a primer like this, but maybe if you want you can try it out. But so what I do is I just take my middle finger and I take a little bit, but you have to work very fast because it does dry quite quickly. So I take a bit of the, you know, just a little bit on my finger, and then I pat it all over my lid, mixing it in with the Rumour Base. I know my nails look absolutely foul, well, they're just tiny and stubby right now, but I've been letting them breathe since I came back from Italy, because, you know, with all the glue and whatnot, and I didn't feel like painting them, so this is how they are. But so, and it's got to be tacky, obviously. Okay, so once I've done that, I take the Blush Tribe Blossom palette, which is a fave of mine, especially because of the teal shade, which is what I'm going to be using right now. So I take the shade Flax, oh, there you go, and a fluffy brush, and I just pack that on to the center of my lid. Well, just to the lid. Well, you'll see where I'm placing it. We're going into the color drain. These are the Vivid pigments. They are amazing. So pigmented. So beautiful. A little goes a long way. Oh, they're so pretty. Definitely recommend these. It's my first time ever trying a color drain eyeshadow, and I'm very impressed. They definitely are worth it. I think I'm going to be taking this with me when I go to South Africa, because I will still be doing looks. I'm going to try and film when I'm there, but I might be a bit busy, obviously, but we'll see. Hopefully I can at least do 1 or 2 tutorials or something. So now I'm going to be going in with Drip Drop, which is this beautiful blue, and another fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be going around the edges of the teal. Just pack it on first. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to be taking this bigger fluffy brush by Sigma. This is the E40. I never really tell you guys the brushes that I'm using, but I almost, because I'm not a brush person, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really, like, I'm not picky with brushes. It's not a big deal for me. Like, when a person lists a brush in a tutorial, it's not like I really care. It's like I'm gonna rush out and buy the brush or whatever. It's more like, as long as the brush doesn't shed, I'm happy with it. Like, I'm really not picky with brushes at all. But so I'll be going in first with the shade Cute. And this shade, I thought it would be more pastel, but it's actually quite pink toned. But it is very nice. I think it's probably one of the most used colors that I've used in this palette, just because I like it so much. That and Lemon Drop, which is this yellow, is so nice. But anyway, I'm going to be going in with Cute and sweeping it all over the top bit. And then I'll be going in with a darker purple afterwards. So just kind of buff it around the blue. I buff it all the way up to the brow. I do that every time I do these bold looks. Just because I like it better that way. Getting a good blend is a lot of going back and forth between colors, because you see, if I just left this like this, it would be horrible. You see the distinct separation between the colors. So what I do next is I take another fluffy brush. You can't see it, focus. So I take this other fluffy brush and I'm going to take this shade. So I take the shade Vibez, which is just a slightly darker purple, and this fluffy brush, and I dip in, and then I go around the edges of the blue. And then I go back with this brush that has Cute on it, and I help buff it out a bit more. Then I take this brush again, and I go in with Purp Smurf. So I go in with this purple and with that brush again and just pat it around that blue. And then I'm going to buff it again with this brush. I'm going to add a little bit of Cute to help blend that out. It's a lot of back and forth. I don't know why, every time I work with purples on camera, like filming, they always look way patchy on camera, but they look fine in person. And then once I take the pictures look perfect too, so it doesn't really make much sense. But anyway, bear with me. I didn't use this much purple in the original look, but you know, I'm never really good at redoing perfectly like something that I already did. Like, once I've done it once, then it's like perfect, and then, you know, you get what I'm saying. It's hard to imitate that again. So now I'm going to go back in with the blue shade Drip Drop, this one, and just fix up the blue where it needs to be fixed. Okay, so again, it looks kind of crappy on camera for some reason, but it looks really good in person. Anyway, and then finally I go back with the teal and just pat and fix. So what I do next is I just fix the edge, make it nice and clean. I just go in with a wipe first, and then I fix it with a brush and some concealer. Okay, once I've done that, I start with the details. So what I'm going to do is I take the white Kat Von D Super Brow Pomade, you know, in white out, and a very small brush, and I make a few spots on my eye, and then I'll show you what I do after that. I just make spots wherever. So you can use face paint as well, but I think it is best if you use a cream based type product, or even water activated, just because if you use you know, like the NYX white liner, the one that cracks, unfortunately, it won't work with the next step that I'm going to be doing, I think. So there's that. Okay, so those are the spots, and then what I do is I take various things. I mainly, because I want it to be neon, somewhat neon, it has to be quite bright, I take these two P. Louise pigments. I take Super Freak, which is this neon yellow lime sort of color, and I take Show Me Love, which is a very bright pink. Then I take Stairway to Heaven by Ofra, which is a gel liner, and then I also use Cute, which is one of the vivid pigments from the Color Drain palette. Well, a mix of Cute and I think Jet Set. I think it might be Jet Set. I need to check. No, I use Vibez. A mix of Cute and Vibez. So I'm going to start off with the purple. I'm taking a very small detail brush. Hold on. It's very small. And I just go over the white. Then what I do is I take some of the NYX glitter primer and I apply it wherever I want to put the peaches and cream pigments. That way they have something to stick to. So I'm just going in with the brush that I'm going to use of the respective colors. So I'm going in with the pink and I'm applying the glitter primer to that area. So I apply some of the pigment onto my brush and I just tap the excess off. Then I press it on top of the spot. I just dust it off. Then I do the same with the yellow shade, and then I'll go and I'll do the blue spots as well. And then I'll be back. Okay, so once I've done all of the spots, what I do is I take this eyeliner pen by Thin Lizzy. It's like a stamp, but it does have a fine tip at the other end, so I'm just going to use that. I used gel liner the first time I did the look, but I feel like this will be way easier. So yeah, and I just outline the colorful spots the way you would, you know, for a cheetah print. Then with the same liner, just make little black spots. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take some of the bleached Super Brow Pomade with my pinky and pat a little bit in the inner corner. That way I have a clean surface for the yellow to be as pigmented as it can be. So I just pat that in the corner there. And then I take the glitter primer again and just put some of that in my inner corner. And then I pack I pack the yellow in really nice and bright. Just like that. Now I'm going to be putting the same shadows from on top on my bottom lash line. Lastly, I'll be applying some lashes and some blue liner in my waterline, the same blue that I used for the blue spots. So Stairway to Heaven Fixline Gel Eyeliner. Fixline Gel Eyeliner by Ofra Cosmetics. The lashes that I'm going to be using, well, they've rebranded since. So they used to be Faux Lashes Official on Instagram, but now I think they are Flirtatious Lashes. Yeah, they are Flirtatious Lashes Official now on Instagram. They used to be Faux Lashes Official. And they've also changed the names as well. I think these are now called Superficial, but they used to be called the Kaylee Lashes, but these are Superficial now. I'll be using these for my look. I'll be applying them off camera, you know the drill if you watch my tutorials. So yeah, be right back. There you go. That's the completed look. You could do this for Halloween as well. I think it would be really cute. The one that I did first is obviously way cuter, at least in my opinion. But yeah, it was much neater also because I wasn't on a time crunch. It's always so much easier for me to do these looks when I'm just relaxed and not filming, obviously, because I need to hurry up when I film because I never have a lot of time to film. So I'm sorry about that. Follow me on all of my social media, especially obviously Instagram, if you'd like to see more fun looks from me. I'm going to try and be good and try and film at least once a week. But it is really difficult because I do live in a very small apartment with my dad and my sister, and so it's very difficult to have quiet time for filming because they obviously are always around. Yeah, and obviously I don't want to tell them shut up, I need to film. So that's pretty much why I struggle to film a lot. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.